Now, let's look at the coverage of OKRs. Company OKRs, team OKRs, and individual OKRs. So let's look at the different levels of OKRs. Okay, company OKRs, they're the first layer. First of all, some of them call them CEO OKR. So is it company OKR or CEO OKR? Actually, there's a consensus to say that company OKRs should be called company OKRs, not CEO OKRs. We're looking at the OKRs of the company as a whole, as an organization, as a group. Nobody cares about where I want to go and what goals I want to reach, but we do care about what we think our company wants, where we think our company wants to go, and what we think our company's goals are. So we're gonna talk about company OKRs. They are they are our big company goals. You remember when we discussed about our strategy for 2020 back in the fall, we talked about big goals or big rocks, call them what you want. These are the company OKRs. So in 2020, our big goals were increase expansion revenue, increase gross MR retention, increase new MR, and be the number one free resource for our target audience of social media managers. Those would be our OKRs. And finally, company OKRs set the tone for all the other objectives. Teams and individuals need to take these company goals into account when they're setting their own OKRs. So they are the dot on the horizon, I should say. Okay, team OKRs now. Team OKRs, as you all understand, are OKRs that are at the team level. So you can see OKRs for the engineering team, or you can see inside the engineering team, you may see OKRs for the publishing team. So every team can define their own OKRs. There are different types of OKRs. Functional OKRs that are OKRs that are for one team inside the same team, and cross-functional OKRs. So cross-functional OKRs are OKRs where the direct responsible individual and the contributors will be from different teams. That will be often true for the product and engineering teams because they work so closely together that it will be almost impossible for the product and engineering teams to have OKRs that are only product or only design. If you look at Lucas' team, for example, or only engineering, they are so intertwined that their OKRs will usually be cross-functional with contributors in the engineering team and the product team and the design team. Functional OKRs will probably be more common in the marketing team, for example, or the support team or the customer success team. So those are the different types of teams OKRs. And finally, we have individual OKRs. So there's a big debate around whether or not individual OKRs are a thing. OKRs are meant to be a tool to help make the company strategy more visible and achievable, not to manage individuals and not to manage individual goals. So some think that OKRs should only be at the company and the team level, not at the individual level. So should we talk about individual OKRs or OKR contributors? Well, among those who think that individual OKRs are not a thing, the belief is that individuals should only be DRIs of an OKR, of a team OKR, or contributors to a team OKR. So we don't know exactly if we're going to try to get individual OKRs to have individual OKRs, or if we're going to try to stay at the team level OKR and then have direct responsible persons, individuals for each team OKR and different contributors for each team OKRs. But that is something we're going to discover as we try OKRs.